The organization and event dashboards webinar will cover the purpose of these dashboards, how they were updated, and the different features related to the organization-specific and event-specific dashboard spaces. To begin, both the organization and event dashboards are meant to give you a summary or a bird's eye view as to what's going on within an event or an organization, any actions that need to be taken, and a quick glance at recent data that was taken. The dashboards were updated based on user feedback in July of 2020, so just this past summer. And this webinar will cover how to best utilize those dashboards to better enhance your situational awareness, whether that be across your organization space or within a particular event. So before we dive into the capabilities of both the organization and event dashboards, I want to just go over a little bit as to how we updated these dashboards. Back in the spring of 2020, we selected a handful of CBRNResponder power users, and they participated in the User Experience Design Research Project to better understand how the user base utilizes the RadResponder and ChemResponder dashboards and any pain points that they currently encounter with the way it was previously implemented. We always want to make sure that CBRNResponder is prioritizing the needs of the users, and so by listening to their goals and suggestions, the CBRNResponder team was able to implement updated dashboards for the event and organization space, again, to better fit the needs of those who are using those dashboards. While talking with users, we found several common themes. So this gleaned on information on how to improve those dashboards. So some of those themes refer to the layout, the field team capability, the total data breakdown, and other themes that you can see here. From these insights, a minimum viable product, an MVP, was determined to meet the common needs across the user base. For the organization dashboard and the event dashboard, certain key elements were found across the user interviews, and those were some of the main features that were implemented. The next step in this process was to create some rough mock-ups. So they were made and iterated on until the CBRNResponder team was able to provide dashboard designs that met the requirements that users wanted. So the final product, so again, after going through that user experience design process of talking to users and really seeing what they need and wanted out of the CBRNResponder dashboards, we released this to the user acceptance testing region, or UAT, 1 week before the official release. And this allowed users to see changes to the website before they went live and the ability for them to give any additional feedback that they had. And so in July of 2020, the new and improved organization and event dashboards were released to CBRNResponder for everyone in the network. We'll start by going over the organization dashboard and the specific elements within the dashboard. The organization dashboard is sort of a landing page once you select into an organization. So as you can see here, I'm tabbed into the organization space. And this is where I see everything that my organization has from either a bird's eye view or sort of a summary point of view. So we'll start by going over the pending requests tile that you see at the very top. So all organization requests are now located in a single space, and this includes new account requests, membership requests, partnership requests, and sponsorship requests. And it will give you the number of pending requests that you have to adjudicate, the request type, so again, partnership, membership, account, or sponsorship, the request date, the requester, and the action. And as always, you can utilize the blue magnifying glass across CBRNResponder to view greater details on either the request or the requester. And this, again, just sort of gives those organization personnel and admins that one-stop shop to ensure that all action items that are needed for their organization, for folks who are looking to join their organization, to be adjudicated right there. So as you can see, you can quickly navigate to that dashboard and view all of your requests right at once. Right below that is the equipment with maintenance coming due tile. And if you do choose to track your equipment into CBRNResponder, all of your organization's equipment that has maintenance coming due or is overdue will be on this list. And you can sort based on the maintenance due date, and then you can open the details of the individual piece of equipment to view more details. So again, this is just giving you a quick snapshot as to what equipment you have that is coming due or is overdue, so you can take action on that immediately if necessary. Next, I want to go over this recently collected data graph here. So this is going to look really familiar since this was implemented a while ago on the dashboards. It has always been there. We have made some updates at the request of the users. So by default, you were only able to see data that was collected from the last 24 hours. But now you can adjust the time range to show data from any period of time of your choice. So I would just click that last 24 hours option at the top, and I can scroll to select my desired time frame. It can go from the last hour to the last 30 days to no date at all. And you can see here, once I selected the last 30 days, I am now seeing a graph showing what data has been collected by my organization across the last 30 days. You can hover over the graph and click on any of the points to see the number of data entries per data type. And if you hover over it as well, you will see a description of what you are seeing. So this one says line chart showing a breakdown of the types of data for the last 30 days of the organization's events. The different colors are representative of the different data types. So you can view the key of what the colors are referring to below the graph. And you can also click show as list to view the number of data points for each data type in a chart format instead of looking at the graph. A little bit below that is the total data breakdown. So again, this is going to look really familiar as well, and this feature remains the same as it was currently implemented. But this is a great chance for you at the organization side of things to see the number of different types of data collected by your organization over the course of your organization's history. So again, this is the total number of data and the different data types across your organization, and it is not event specific. So you can see over the course of this organization's history, over 8,800 surveys have been entered, about 3,200 field samples. So you can see and probably assume this organization has been around for a while and does a lot of data collection in CBRNResponder. So next I want to talk about the top tiles and quick links that you can see here. So those blue buttons at the top of the dashboard are going to take you to some very common pages. So the events page will give you the list of all of your organization's events. The document library is going to direct you to your library where you can upload any documents for everyone in your organization to access. And the invitations page, which allows you to send an invitation to non-CBRNResponder users to quickly create an account. And all those buttons, again, you can already find them on the side navigation menu, but this is just a quick link for some of those common pages. The dashboards are now responsive, meaning that you can move the tiles around and adjust their size. And if you do choose to remove a tile, you can always add it back by clicking Add Tiles. And if you want to reset that layout back to its default, you can just click that Reset Layout button. So I just want to demonstrate for you how you can drag your different tiles across. So as you can see here, I am now adjusting the size of the pending request section and removing the total data breakdown. I can add it back, adjust the position of it, and I can customize my dashboard as I like. Now I want to talk about the event dashboard. So what we were previously going over was for your organization space. The event dashboard is now going to give you the ins and outs and sort of a bird's eye view of what's going on in a particular event. There are a lot more tiles in the event dashboard because there's a lot more situational awareness that needs to occur. A lot of users that we've talked with have said that they use the dashboard sort of at the outset of an event or during a shift change, just so everyone can get a general situational awareness of what's going on, the types of data that was collected, and to view who's currently out collecting. So you'll navigate to your event space, which you can see at the top is the Remote Training 2020 event. And I'll first go over the recently collected data tile. This is going to look really familiar to what we just saw in the organization dashboard, and that's because it works the same way, except instead of showing data collected by your organization over a period of time, it will now show all data collected on the selected event. So the data collector's organization doesn't matter, it's just going to show you all of the data entered into this event. And again, you can choose your time frame. So if you want to see the last 30 days, you can do that. If you just want to see the last few hours, you can also do that. Total data breakdown is next, and this also remains the same from the previous event dashboards, and it works the same as the organization dashboard total data breakdown. So again, the only difference is that in the event space, it's only going to show you the amount of data for that particular event. If I scroll down on my event dashboard page, I will see a field team section. And this field team section was requested by users who really wanted to just get a quick snapshot or a summary of what field teams they had on this event. So as you're aware, events can be comprised of multiple organizations. So it's really helpful just to see all the different organization field teams and even the mixed field teams from the event dashboard. You'll get a quick view to see what field teams are on the event, who the team leader is, if there are any team members, assigned equipment, and as well as the team colors. You can quickly access them via the event map for greater situational awareness. And as always, you can navigate to the details of the field team by clicking on that blue magnifying glass. Scrolling down a little more, you'll see a data collection assignment section. And this is also new. So when talking to users about what they wanted to see in these dashboards, they wanted to see the pending and completed data collection assignments directly from the event dashboard. So they could either follow up with someone who hasn't completed an assignment, or if an assignment has been completed, they know they can now take a look at the data associated with that assignment. The assignments tile is split into two categories: pending, meaning the assignment has been sent out but has not been completed, and completed. And so the list will show you the name of the assignment, instructions, the assignee, if it was completed, who completed it, and the ability to view the assignment in greater details by clicking the blue magnifying glass. And from here, you can view the greater details as well as send out a reminder to someone who hasn't completed an assignment. Scrolling down a little more, we'll have a couple more tiles that I want to discuss, and these remain the same because users found them useful and didn't want to see them removed or changed in any way. So the first is the active responders for the last 24 hours title. So this list will show you the responders on the event that have submitted data within the last 24 hours and the type of data points they entered. So again, right here I can see someone who collected a piece of data, the total number of data points they collected, and then the types of data. And if any user has collected data within the last 24 hours, they will show up on this list. And this is great for situational awareness and to know which responders are out in the field collecting data. Next, we have the event access requests tile. This is going to work pretty similarly to the organizational request tile that we saw earlier, except this is particular to an event. So if someone requests access to your event, either via the mobile or the website, their name will then appear on this event access request list, and you'll have the option to approve or reject their access. Last but certainly not least is the alert history tile. If your event has any alert definition set up, anytime that alert is initiated or triggered, you will be able to see the quick overview of the event alerts right from that dashboard. So if you have an alert to send out to folks to let them know that a very high survey reading has been identified and an alert is sent out, you'll see a list of all of those alerts on the dashboard, as well as a quick link to view the data point that set off the alert for greater detail and analysis. So just like the organization dashboard, the event dashboard is responsive and customizable, so you can drag and drop, you can customize the size, and you can remove tiles as well. For some resources on understanding the dashboards, we will upload the slides from today as well as the recording of the video to the resource library and on YouTube.